as I run a YouTube channel, this is why Turkey is extremely difficult to record in, and why realistically you should be thinking about how your business flows to choose a destination that suits your needs for your business or your lifestyle. Hello and welcome back to the Traveling Report. Today I wanted to go over why Turkey is extremely poor in noise isolation and also extremely poor in recording videos and recording audio, and go over why exactly this is a detriment if you need a place that is quiet, that allows you to focus. As in many countries, you will find places that you can go and stay quiet and record a video, record audio, record whatever, or study, or do your work, right? But in Turkey, it's extremely difficult, right, to find these places, to learn where these places are. And whenever I do find them, it's frequent that I can only record for an hour or two before obviously getting cut off or my video audio gets destroyed. In essence, currently I'm in an apartment in Istanbul, Turkey, and this is the only place I've been able to record. Also, it's very difficult when police are listening to what you're saying, and they very much do. But beyond the police, you will not find a single place to record on what exactly you're wanting to record on. Of course, it's very difficult for me to recommend a place where you can't really get work done effectively. And this is why I say that Turkey is a great base if you're looking to fly around, but not an amazing base, right? If you're looking for noise isolation, if you're looking for deep work. And, I'm used to loud countries, right? I've lived in Albania, I've lived in a lot of places that are very loud, right? Moldova is fairly loud. Turkey is fairly loud. But Turkey, realistically, is on a whole different level to Moldova, to Albania, to Georgia, as there is no thought, right, of personal space. There is no thought of not being loud, right? And it's just a cultural thing. And so for many people, it's seen as a communal thing, right, to share their conversation, share their ideas, share whatever, right? And that can be good, right? If you are a person who can work under those conditions, absolutely. I would not say Turkey is at all detrimental to you. However, if you are someone who does need a bit more quiet, a bit more peace, like myself, living in, a society where I do need quiet is important to me, even if it's just for a few minutes a day, and even realistically not just for recording, right? I don't like the sound of my own voice, and so I just need a place where I can sit in peace, in quiet, and think. And realistically, Istanbul is not that place, and most places in Turkey will not be eligible, right, to make that distinction, right? And I think that whenever I go to another country, I will compare, right, the noise levels between the two, because I feel it's important, right, to put my money where my mouth is. And of course, I will compare Turkey to other countries very soon, as you guys seemingly love me comparing to countries. If you're excited for that, feel free to subscribe to the channel. That said, of course, essentially it comes down to the communal nature of Turkey. It comes down to someone being alone being weird. And so if you're alone and you're trying to read a book, if you're alone and you're trying to record a video, if you're alone and you're trying to sit in silence, it's often that someone will find you and seek you out and try to include you in something, because they do not perceive silence as something that is inherently good. this is their culture, right? I'm not bashing them for this. I think that realistically, it's great for some people. If you are super extroverted, I'm fairly extroverted. However, I do need my alone time at times. But if you are an extreme extrovert, Turkey is extremely beneficial for you. And if you need like a lot of friends, like everywhere you go, Turkey will indeed let you make friends. It will indeed let you talk to people, let you converse with people. It is a very communal place. And as I said, it is very family oriented. And so if you value family orientation, I would recommend, obviously going to Turkey, going and finding, right, a group if you are looking for that. And of course, I would not recommend investing in Turkey. In a lot of cases, I wouldn't recommend living here. However, if you are dead set on living in Turkey, it can be done. And realistically, it is a country that does have its pros. Certainly, I've gone over quite a few of the pros. As I've been here, I think that realistically, I will go over more of the pros very soon. I will go over more of the cons as well as I live across the region, and as I do business across the region. I feel it is important to be honest and be transparent about the differences I see and the realistic benefits, right, of the society. And for many people, I feel that Turkey does not fit what they are trying to achieve. And as time goes on, I will update this ideation. I've been to Turkey a few times since obviously starting to live in Europe. I actually made my first trip to Europe, first to the UK, then to Turkey, then to France. And I don't necessarily like France. I would bash France just as much as I bash Turkey. As I continue on, I want to give the best information possible. So I only do specific videos unless it is the US, because I was born there. I understand the politics and how things work very well, and I still have contacts directly in the US, also known as my family. With that said, if you are appreciating this content, feel free to subscribe. If you are looking for a one-on-one consulting call for 15 minutes, absolutely free, feel free to contact me in the description down below. There's a Calendly link where you can book a call. If you liked this video, feel free to like it. If you really liked this video, feel free to share it with your friends. If you are looking to join me on this globalization and internationalization journey, feel free to subscribe. This has been the Trump Report, signing off.